Hi everybody, welcome to the Baguette Investor channel for a new weekly update where I document my journey into the financial markets and becoming a successful trader and investor. First, we start up by my account valuation, then we're going to go to the technical analysis just like we do every single week. This video is not going to be very long because I'm pretty tired after a week of partying, so I need to rest a little. Hope you are doing all well. As you can see, my account is in a consolidation. I am maintaining the profits that I made, which is the most important thing when you are a trader, is to be able to not lose the money, the on paper profits, and be able to maintain them in the long term. You can see that I had a huge spike and now I'm consolidating right now. So it's pretty great. My portfolio is down 1.27% this week. I'm pretty neutral, still in the green since the start of the year. So not that many things going on into my portfolio. I think most things are setting up right now for a new run. And you're gonna see at the end of the video what am I, where do I set my hopes and what stocks do I really believe they are going to appreciate and I will be able to make a lot of money from them. So first we're gonna go to the financial markets that I don't really, to me, it doesn't really matter the big scale of things like the big indexes because I try to focus more and more on specific sectors that decorrelate from the market. As you can see, the S&P 500 is in a range for a long time. So if you try to focus on the broad markets, you ain't gonna do much because the market is in a range. The same thing for the Nasdaq. It's not interesting to invest into this. When by invest, I mean to trade this. So I try to find more specific places to invest. This is where sectorial trend following comes in. It's like you try to find specific sectors that are going up because of their fundamentals. So you have all the value stocks like mining companies. This is the MSCI metals and mining. You have copper miners. You have steel. This is small cap energy. You can see all these value stocks looks much better. They are trending and they are ready to go higher and higher, and every single week they seem to be making new highs while the S&P 500 is not. So I try to focus only on those sectors, the one that work, and I just don't take the stocks that return good but don't belong to the sectors I watch. So I only select stocks that are from mining, that are from oil and gas, and that are from these very specific value sectors. I don't take tech stocks because if you look at your screeners, you won't find any tech stock, any growth stocks. They just don't appear on the screeners anymore because they are no longer bullish. Just look at the sectors that work. Try to put your money where the wind is, where the money is being invested if you're doing trend following. If you're doing investing, this is a complete different story. I do trading, I trade the chart, and the chart is telling me money is going there, so I put my money here and you do what you want. I'm just showing you these charts. They just look bullish like never seen before. For quite some time we have not seen such bullish charts. So you can see that you have like all these value stocks you could check by yourself, make the screening by yourself. I just give you what I see. So stocks are pretty good right now. Bonds are still very bad. Like I wouldn't understand anybody owning bonds right now because bonds are really in a we could say it's a crash because you know when the interest rates on the bond raise, it means the risk rises, so it means the price of the underlying bond goes down. It's a little bit technical to understand, but what you really have to understand is that the price of the bond is the opposite of the price of the interest rate. Simple as that. So when you see the interest rate going up, it means the price of the bond is actually going down and that bonds are crashing. You could look at it this way. You could see the price of bond. This is like if you want to buy a bond ETF, you could see the price going down. So if you were holding bonds, the price of your bond holdings would depreciate. There is also the commodity bull market that is very interesting. We have other alerts about inflation. I'm really paying attention to metals right now. I'm seeing zinc. I don't know how you pronounce it. Zinc. In French, you pronounce it zinc, but I believe in English, you pronounce it zinc. And tin. Tin and zinc started and bounced pretty hard, so I would not be surprised that they make a new all-time high soon. And that would mean inflation is not transitory, and as long as I don't see metals, agricultural commodities, interest rates reversing, I won't believe the inflation is transitory narrative. As long as the prices of all commodities keep rising and rising and rising and rising, that would mean inflation just keeps higher and higher, higher. And and right now, if you look at inflation in Germany, for example, inflation in Germany is at 7.30. So it's 100% sure that by 2023 will probably be at 10 or even 15% by the prices of energy. So yeah, be very cautious about our commodities. If you want to hedge yourself against inflation, you can either buy commodities directly or try to leverage by buying commodity stocks, like for example commodity producers, commodity miners, all that kind of stuff. This is what I'm going to talk about in the end of the video. But before talking about the trades I made, just a very quick update on cryptocurrencies, because it's starting to look good. It's clearly not as good as, it's not yet interesting, because we need to hold this support right there, because right now we made a magnificent breakout above this level. But if buyers don't want to buy like this area right there and nobody's buying, well, the price is just going to go back into the range. And what's the point holding an asset that is going to go choppy? If we start to see some powerful trend, I will start to be interested. I'm looking at more and more cryptos, because you could see that you had a pretty nice run on altcoins. If you look at Ethereum 1 hour, you could see we had a nice run with big implosions, but also strong corrections. So I don't know. I'm not heavy into crypto right now, because I don't see the point being heavy. The market is too risky. I'm really waiting for a low risk entry. And when I get my low risk entry, I will take it with a small position and just ride the trend if it happens. But I am not really convinced that right now we're seeing a new bull market until we really start to maintain and make, a nice consolidation after some strength showing. The place where I find strength, and I will repeat it over and over again, is mining stocks. So you have steel stocks, but I really found something crazy. I found lithium stocks and rare earth stocks. Look at this amazing stocks, and it's all over the sector in Australia. All these lithium stocks are going absolutely crazy. So I really advise you to look at the video I made about lithium and rare earth stocks, that you take a look. I just made a beautiful trade on this one, AVZ, which hit my take profit. I just bought LTR tonight by the open on the ASX, and I am willing to buy more and more and more lithium stocks as long as they look good, because this is an outperforming sector. If you look at lithium stocks compared to the overall market, it just go up like crazy, and I want to be part of this sector. So I already own CXO, I already own Frontier Lithium, I own AVZ, now I own LTR, and I'm watching so many more. I'm watching RNU, which is still an ASX. I'm watching ARR, I'm watching GRL, NMT, GL1, which is already gone slightly, and that's it. I have many others here, but this is the best I'm looking. Well, it's a little bit too late to take a position on these, but the more we advance, the more there will be entry points, and people should take advantage of what's happening into this market, because it means that big money is accumulating these companies because they believe, well, lithium stocks might be the future, because we might need a lot of lithium, and I think they're right on the fundamental level, but I trade just the technicals. I don't trade the fundamentals. That's it for this week. Very short video because I'm very tired. Hope you enjoyed it anyways. Goodbye. Have a nice week.